Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan. So I got my mac and cheese and shrimp. So that's chicken and macaroni and cheese. I got my antidepressant here. MIT. My rabbit's in our cage. Today is Monday, the 13th, which means my first girlfriend Alicia should work today. Like I said, I tried to find my first kiss name ever everywhere. And then I went to Otakon conventions. With my friend Mariah and Kelly the Mixed Girl. When I was young. But I don't do that anymore. My friend James Colvin is over. Um, let's see, I got my tea. See, I got these tattoos, but I plan to have it go up and get happier. And I plan to get a sleeve on this arm. And then I want to get a chest tattoo. And tattoos on my back and things like that. And I wish I had a new girlfriend. I feel I haven't really been in a scary psychosis for a long time. I feel that I don't have much stress in my life. Because 9 months ago, me and my friend Austin did a threesome with my girlfriend with black girl I was with. I read my witchcraft book. I'm gonna read it sometime soon. I have my crystal ball in my room that I bought from the store. And for like 3 years, I went without sex. And see, on my Ryan Fair Facebook, I have like 3,000 friends. I'm not friends with Margie Robichaud or Jeanette. Or my second girlfriend, Brooke Turks. But my first girlfriend, Alicia, is my friend on Facebook. And my fifth girlfriend, Sabrina Robichaud. And then I was with a third girl named Tanya, who was black, who's dead. A fourth one named Nadia, who denied my friend request. And then a year ago, I had a girlfriend. That's Tourette syndrome in my neck. I hate having Tourette syndrome, it sucks. And paranoid schizophrenia. See, what I believe with my schizophrenia is there's a goddess that looks like Amy Lee, or the girl from The Rain, that follows me around all the time with a knife and a gun. And I call her Hecate. There are times when I know when the air conditioner will come on in my house, or I know when my friend James will laugh before he laughs, or I know when I'll get in an argument with someone. And really, I find my life to be cruel and unusual some days. Because I don't talk to my first best friend Victor anymore, who was my best friend in my alternative school. He replaced me with Carl, who calls himself James Chrono, who is my black friend. And then about a year or 2 years ago, my black friend Ryan Cherry died from the coronavirus pandemic. And really, I just hated everything. And I was in a psychosis. I was dealing with abuse from my dad, George. And I'm really angry at the Levi Carver guy that drew attention to my psychosis on Twitter. And really, my first girlfriend, Alicia, cheated on me, which made me feel like shit. and she's with her new boyfriend. But I talked to her friend Bria. And the last time I had a conversation with Brooke Dirks, was about 3 or 4 years ago. And then my third girlfriend Tanya died. And then my fourth one, Nadia, denied my request. And then the only girlfriend of mine, out of my 5 original girlfriends that I talk to sometimes, is Sabrina La Rochelle, that I fingered when I was 17. So Alicia, Brooke, and Sabrina are the 3 girlfriends that I did things with. And then a year ago, I had a girlfriend with blonde hair, and I got a phone camera video of me having sex with her. And then 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair, and me and my friend Austin did 5 threesomes on her, and this boy named Noah had sex with my girlfriend, and I watched. And I talked to this guy named Jared on Facebook, who is a people coincidence person, on Ryan Logan winning. That makes me think of Billy Wesley Fouts, the Chevrolet guy. And this Jared, people coincidence person, said that he would do a threesome with me. It's just Jared doesn't know that he's a people coincidence person. And see, when I see people coincidence people, it scares me. And it just makes me feel like Hecate is real all the time. But I don't play with knives or anything like that, or weapons. Even though I believe in a god and a goddess. And I went out and rode bikes a few years ago, but I don't really have a bike. And I would sit in my room and play my Sims 4, which is Ryan Aliendo. And I have about 630 followers on there. And I talk about what it's like to live with schizophrenia and post-traumatic stress and Tourette syndrome and autism and OCD and bipolar depression. And when my black friend died from the coronavirus, I got these tattoos. I got this one when my black friend died from the coronavirus and I was sad. I got this dark tree and this Gemini symbol and this Grim Reaper because I've thought about killing myself about 3 times in my life. I was bullied by the Rob Meyer people coincidence bully when I was young. By him and his friends. And I fought this boy named Sean when I was young. And then I used to hang out with this boy named CJ that had Tourette syndrome like me. And he was young and I was nice to him. And then, when I was 17, I went to Billy Wesley Fouts' house. And I hung out with him and Gary Lanier. But Gary Lanier blocked me. But I don't have a problem with him. Or Billy Wesley Fouts or his family. I wish I could talk to them, but they're not going to talk to me. His sister blocked me. But see, I see my psychosis as being my dad George's fault. Honestly. And my mom's fault and my stepdad's fault. Because my family is really evil. And I just sit in my room and work out. I've never had abs before. But my friends had abs, and it made me sad to watch all my friends have abs. And see, I only have a nice upper body. Like my chest. And in my arms, but I don't have abs. And that's one thing that I want to try and get. And I'm sad that I'm never gonna hear from my friend Mariah or Kelly the Mixed Girl that I liked when I was young. And I can't find my first kiss named Emma anywhere. Sometimes I would go over to Margie Rubishow's house and have dinner with her and see Adam, her son. And when I would see Margie Rubishow, I knew she was a people coincidence person. And Margie Rubishow is a nurse, and doctors or psychologists can meet and interact with her and see that she is a people coincidence person, even though I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. I have bipolar depression, and I have Tourette syndrome with epilepsy, just like my best friend James Colvin's baby mother named Jasmine with a sister named Brandy are people coincidence girls. And there are times where I drive around in my car and I get lost, or things like that. And when I get lost, I say the Hecate goddess of darkest night prayer. I find it's rare I get hurt or injured in my house. But I see my psychosis a year and a half ago as being my dad George's fault because he was taking pictures of me on his phone. He was not giving me my disability money. And I was on this mean Shepherd Pratt act team that my dad hired for me that was real mean. And the way I looked at the world was I was a witch in a dollhouse being played with by a girl with black hair. Because on my Ryan Fair Facebook, I have my friend John Powell that makes me think of John Hawk, the guy that raped the girl on Stickham. There's the Jared, Billy Wesley Phelps, Clem People Coincidence person. There's Margie Rubishow and Jeanette. There's the Dan Reichley, People Coincidence boy, that looks like the Damon winning artist. There is, the Brandon Jones boy on my Ryan Fair Facebook that makes me think of my friend Brandon Drexler. There's my friend Sean Rant, who hung out with Brandon Helms. And then Brandon Drexler, my friend, who is a people coincidence person twice, would hang out with a boy named Sean Shellman. And then Jeff McHaney was a people coincidence person because he makes me think of Jeffree Star. And I had stomach problems where I would throw up. And really, my dad would not buy me a cat. He got me my black rabbit that I love, and he got me a male turtle. So I play with the turtles sometimes. And I love my black rabbit Midnight. And really, I went without my disability money. And I was like, maybe if I open up a YouTube channel and I say that my second threesome named Alex, who stole my Xbox, wanted to put things about me on Ripoff Report, maybe Jeffree Star would contact me if people can understand my situation in some kind of way. Because really, as Ryan George Fair, I wish I could have talked to Chris Crocker or Kara because I liked him. But instead, I talked to Billy Wesley Fouts and Gary Lanier, who are my friends that I don't talk to anymore. And I talked to Margie Ribishow when I would go over to her house. And she was always friendly to me. And James would come over and we would go on eFucked website and watch things like trolling wannabe porn stars. Or silly granny porno movies that made me laugh. And I sent the Chevrolet Insider named Michael or Barbie Crash a friend request and he denied it. And every so often I have conversations with my friend named Victoria Kinsler from my Furbush school that has PTSD. Or my friend Catherine. Sometimes I talk to this girl named Rachel I liked, but I don't talk to my first best friend named Victor anymore. But I talk to James Wheatley, who talks to him. And I was gonna send my black friend Jamal some money when my money comes in. But really, a lot of people that I talk to are gay on Facebook. But I like when I can have conversations with my friend Wesley, who is Brandon Drexler's friend. And I feel it's not my fault that I was in a psychosis. I see it of being the fault of my dad. I see it as being the fault of the fact that my black friend died from the coronavirus. The fact that all my girlfriends cheated on me. The fact that I went 3 years without sex before I got with my girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. The fact that I didn't talk to my friend Jeff that was in the witchcraft coven that I was in anymore. The fact that Alex stole my Xbox from me. And I wasn't driving for 3 years because of my schizophrenia. Because I would hallucinate things when I would drive. But it's not like I smoke marijuana or anything like that. I just drink when I get my disability money in my house because I'm 30 years old. And really, my first alternative school, Furbush, was the funnest years of my life. That's where I met all my friends. And I misbehaved at my second alternative school, hoping they would send me back to Furbush, but they never did. A woman who was a teacher said that I would stay at Arrow until I graduated, and I graduated from Arrow. And I've been hearing voices in my head ever since I was 21 or 22. And one of the first coincidence people that I really noticed was Jeff McHaney, who was my neighbor that lived up the street from me in Jessica's Court. the doctors or psychologists can meet and interact with. And see, I don't smoke marijuana. Unlike people who want to think that I was high, I don't really smoke marijuana very often. I just drink because I'm 30. And marijuana doesn't get me high anymore. But I like when I smoke my tobacco in my house. And I was sad because my frogs died. Which made me sad. But hopefully for my birthday, my dad will give me some frogs. And I'll be able to play with them. And maybe I'll show off my video when I get the frogs. And if I can find the turtle, I'm going to show it off for Wonder Bread, who leaves me friendly comments. James said that the turtle is eating. Ours is going on 29 minutes. I'm gonna upload this on my Ryan George Fair channel and call this random Monday night vlog. I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna watch TV with my friend James. Get my black rabbit out and play with her. And the turtle's eating. I'm gonna watch YouTubers. Maybe do some sit-ups and push-ups later. Sit in my house and smoke my tobacco. And listen to music. I can't get my Sims 4 to work though, for some reason. So everybody's good. Much love and peace from Ryan George Fair.